Okay, cool. Now I just need to go on here, try and set everything up. Why is this so complex? Okay. Okay, there we go. Hello. Okay. Oh my goodness, so difficult. Setting up for YouTube is just so freaking hard. Okay. Now I can start doing my nails. Okay. This is what my nails are looking like right now. Can you guys see this? We're a little delayed. Okay. Okay. So my nails are a little thicker. I did an encapsulation of colored acrylic marble and then I put clear on top instead of doing a full on actual marble design with my acrylic. There's a couple ways that I like to do my marble acrylic designs. Either I go in with a top clear acrylic or I'll go in with a clear hard gel. Hard gel usually is more clear so you can really see the marble effect, but I went in with just clear acrylic since I was already working with my acrylics and everything. So I'm just going to go in now and drill down my acrylics and everything so I can start a fresh set. So give me 1 second. I'm going to adjust the camera so you guys can see. I've had this set on for about like 3 weeks. Cut the tips off. It makes the soak off a little bit easier for me, but my nails, when I personally do my own nails, I do make them a little bit thicker than I would my clients because I'm using my hands, excuse me, all the time. So just to say, you know, a little bit thicker acrylics, but they last 3 weeks. Hey everybody, thanks. So I'm gonna adjust the camera really quick so you guys can see, but I like to go in, drill my acrylic down, do a soak with hot water and acetone. There's a couple ways that I like to do my soak offs when it comes to my clients depending on what I'm doing next on their nails, but I'm just doing a soak off so that I can do a fresh set on both my hands. So just give me like 2 seconds. Okay, so we're gonna try and adjust. Okay, can you guys see what I am doing? If my hand is here, you guys aren't gonna see, but you see it over here. Okay. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. That I usually start off zoomed in whenever I'm doing like YouTube videos and stuff because I'm doing a lot of nail art, but today we're just doing a regular soak off. So you guys can just sit back and watch me if you want. I do have my other phones here next to me, so I do see you guys in the comments section. So if you guys want to ask me any questions, chit chat, or just sit back and watch, feel more than welcome to do so. I'm going to be doing a demo video later on today. Had a couple of people on TikTok really like one of my nail art sets, so I'm going to do 2 versions of those designs, one with gel and then one with my acrylic polish. So we're gonna go ahead and start. So I'm gonna start off and go in. Sorry guys, I have my mask on. I'm gonna go in with my coarse grit drill bit. With my drill. So when I do soak offs, I do like to drill off until it's just about like where the marble effect is. If you can see the difference between the clear and the colored acrylic, I'll drill down to about where the colored acrylic line is at, and then I'll go in with my acetone and my hot water. Usually I make my thumbs a lot thicker. Like I said, I usually use my hands when it comes to stuff. Like I'm usually picking up big stuff, boxes. I'm holding clients' feet, so I really like to make my acrylics personally thicker than I would a regular client because I don't really want to take the time to fix it. Like once it's on, I don't want to worry about it until like I'm personally ready to take care of my nails. I typically keep my nail sets on like once a month. I'll do my nails and then I'll do a whole new set because I am using like more product, but I do like to make personally my acrylics thicker than I would my clients. Unless they ask me like, hey, can you make my acrylics a little bit thicker? Then I'll do so, but I typically wouldn't make them this thick. Like look at this finger. This one is super, super thick. This one typically, one thing I've noticed with doing my own personal nails is, like I said, I already use a lot of acrylic when it comes to my personal nails because I don't want them to break off while I'm mid doing somebody's nails. So I'll make them a little bit thicker. I usually make my pointer finger and my thumb thicker than I do the rest of the fingers. I will make my pinky pretty much the same thickness as my pointer finger because usually, you know, the pinkies don't have much base. So I do like to have them a little bit stronger, but yeah, so I have a lot to drill off. For this design, I went in with colored acrylic and clear acrylic to encapsulate it. And then for the chameleon design, I went in with my acrylic paint for the fine details. One thing to keep in mind, you do have to replace your drill bits after a period of time. When it comes to myself, I have nail tips, I mean not nail tips, I have drill bits, excuse me, that I use just for myself compared to the rest of my clients. So my personal ones, I do need to get a new set, but you do need to get new drill bits. I would say, depending on how frequently you use it, but I would say at least every like 6 months, get new drill bits. Or if you notice that your time is taking longer to remove product, then I would say it's about time. You shouldn't be applying a lot of pressure when it comes to using your drill bit. Um, you shouldn't feel like you're fighting your drill to get your product off your nails. Of course, it's going to take a little bit more time depending on, like I said, the thickness of the nails, but you shouldn't have to like get in there, if that makes sense. Like I said, applying a lot of pressure to remove more at a faster time, that'll prevent you from getting the ring of fire on your nail bed. Okay. Every nail technician has a different way of doing an acrylic removal. The way that I do my own personal removal is a little bit different than I even do on my own personal clients because of course like I'm using my own hands to do my removal. So even when I'm doing this hand to remove my product, I will hold my drill differently because I have to angle it a certain way compared to this hand. Two, I like to hold my fingers so that they don't shake because just doing it like this, it doesn't make the base secure. I want to make sure it's not going to move versus stable versus unstable. It's not going to really remove anything. So when I do my own removal, it is a little bit different.
And one thing I like to do also when it comes to my acrylic removals is I like to go in between each finger, back and forth, so it doesn't get hot. And two, that goes into how you do your removal. You don't want to keep going over one spot over and over and over again. You want to go over different areas. See the way I have my camera angled right now? I'm really trying to make sure that you guys can see everything. Because usually when I'm doing my nails, like, this will be my face and my nails will be right here. Because I'm, like, really paying close attention to detail when I do my own personal nails. But I'm really trying to show you guys, like, how I personally do them. But get them as thin as possible. And then you'll just go in with acetone and hot water. I've pretty much got, well, this one still has clear acrylic on it. And then, like I said, it's best to really invest in new drill bits every 6 months, or when you start to notice that it's taking a long time to get your product off. But like I said in the beginning of my live, like, I added so much acrylic just because I'm always using my hands and my nails, so I just like them thicker. So once I start seeing color coming up off of my acrylic, right now it's still white, but once I start seeing color coming off, then I'll go on to the next step. Okay. Compared to where they were when I first started, I've pretty much removed all of the clear acrylic, and now I'm on the marble base of like the colored acrylic that I put on my hands. So I'm gonna drill it down just a little bit more so the soak off part doesn't take as much time. I do have another YouTube video here on my channel where I show you guys how I like to do my removals with hot water and acetone. For my clients typically will soak off their nails at home before they come in for their appointments with me. So I really think that the hot water, I really think that the hot water method is really good for clients at home, not only for nail shops, but clients as well. Because I've literally had clients tell me that they sat with their hands in acetone for like 5 hours thinking like, if I just put my nails in without doing any filing or anything, like it'll just like, you know, come off. Like, no. You have to do a little bit of manipulation before you put your hands in the acetone. Okay, now we're getting down to the colored acrylic, so it's getting thin. So like I said, I like to drill down my acrylic, I like to drill down my acrylic to the point of where my marble is, or just like a little thin layer. I don't like to drill my acrylics completely off. Too, I think that's also because of like the person that taught me how to do removals as well. She went to the same school as me, and when I was in nail school, we weren't allowed to use a drill. So even when it came to removals, like we would file, you know, the top coat off, and then like soak people's nails and like do it the old school way. But when I took my drill class, she had also went to my school some years prior and was just like, hey, just drill it down really thin and then go ahead and put your hand in acetone and it'll just come off, and that helps just prevent, you know, from the ring of fire, over drilling too much. Whatever can lessen the chance of me messing up my nails, I'm definitely going to take that. I don't like to pop off my nails. You're not supposed to even be doing that, but so we're down pretty good. This marble design was so much fun. Maybe I'll show you guys how to do this design. Maybe I'll do like a little demo video. I used about like 7 different gel polish. I'm not gel polish, excuse me. Acrylic colors for the design. Okay. I'm gonna pause that for 2 seconds. Super dusty. Okay. Hey, Vibe Nail Lounge. Okay, so acetone, right? And then I like these little containers that you can use. Oh, hello. I'm doing it the way that I would with clients, but I'm going to put my hand in the acetone. But first, I'm going to go ahead and get my other bowl that goes under it. There's 2 ways that I like to do it. Depending on the client, I will use this one, or I will use a glass bowl And then I will use a metal bowl because the metal holds on to the heat. So I like to do either a metal bowl and a glass bowl. The glass bowl will have water in it, and then I'll have my metal bowl with the acetone so it can retain the heat. Or I'll just go in with my plastic. Typically, if I'm working with a client, I'll go in with the metal and glass bowl. But since I'm just doing myself, this is mine, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the plastic. But it does take a little bit more time. I'll show you guys really quick what I'll show you guys really quick what the bowl what the metal bowl and glass bowl look like. Just give me 2 seconds. Okay, so this is the other method that I personally like to use when it comes to doing my removals. So like I said, depending on the client, how much acrylic, and two, if I am removing like a new set, for example, I rather use the metal and glass bowl combo versus my plastic combo, because when you're putting on new acrylic and then you're taking it off, like literally within like a week, you know, it's still fresh, it's still very strong, versus doing an acrylic removal on a client that, like, you know, hasn't had like, how can I put it, that hasn't had their acrylic on for that long. So I'm gonna go heat up the water really quick, and then I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so while that warms up, I'm gonna prep for my actual manicure. So on this hand here, I did a press-on nail set. I did a photo shoot in Milwaukee with this clothing brand, and they wanted me to do some nails inspired by their clothing brand. So I did some press-on nails, and I put on so much glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little manicure on my hands. One thing I've been noticing with my hands, I don't know if you guys have been noticing this when it comes to like doing nails, but I've been noticing, like, it seems like with my press-on nails, maybe it's just me, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting old, I don't know, but my finger is starting to like get crooked. Like, do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't always like this. It didn't always grow like this, and I've been noticing it on like this finger too. Like, I already know like our fingers are not perfect. Like, my finger is crooked as I don't know what. But I've been just noticing, like, the more I've been wearing press-on nails, it just seems like, I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, because I will prep my hands, my nails for my press-on nails, like I'm doing an acrylic set. So I'm not sure if that's the reasoning, but I have been noticing, like, since I've been wearing press-on nails, my finger has been looking more crooked. And I've been noticing, like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Okay, so my water is done. I'm gonna go grab it. I need to go put my client towels in the dryer really quick. So I'm gonna do that in 2 seconds, and then I'll come right back. But like I said, if I did a set that was brand new and my client was like, hey, I need these taken off, I'm gonna be using this combo. And then two, I would use this combination if like I'm in a rush and I'm on a time crunch, because like I said, metal retains heat better than the plastic one. So I will do this combo. So I would put the water here in my Pyrex. Yes, I'm using actual Pyrex. I will literally put my hot water in the Pyrex, and then I will go in with my metal bowl. I use these just for nails because it can hold on to heat really well. So going with the Pyrex, metal bowl, quick removal, slower removal with the plastic, but it's easier to remove, in my opinion, acrylic with this one in each individual slot, but this one is faster. So I'm probably going to use, in all honesty, I think I'm going to use this for the first like couple of minutes, and then for the remainder I'll go in with this one and show you guys like the difference as to how the removal works. So just two different ways. So give me 2 seconds. Okay, so I have my hot water. I usually will use, I use a kettle um to warm up my warm water because I do a lot of like soaks for pedicures and stuff. So I use my kettle to warm up my hot water. I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. And when I use my kettle, just so it's safe for clients and yourself, I will mix in a little bit of cold water because of course a kettle gets extremely hot. So I'll do a little finger test in the water before I put the water, the acetone slots into the water, because one thing I've noticed, acetone heats up really, really fast. With the hot water, so the water may feel okay to you, but then once the acetone gets on, I don't know, it just, in my opinion, feels a little bit hotter. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my fingers in here. And then one thing also I'll say when it comes to like removals and everything, do I have enough? Yeah, I had put enough in there. So one thing I've also noticed when it comes to removals and stuff, some nail technicians like to use a wooden stick to remove, you know, the product and everything. I personally like to use my metal one, and I will still go in with my drill bit. I'll scrape off every couple of minutes the top layer, just so a new layer of like the acrylic is exposed to the acetone. So my soak offs personally take maybe about like 45 minutes. That really just depends on what the client has on. Of course, if a client of mine had like nail art and gems and jewels, a soak off is going to take a little bit longer if they have additional, you know, products. That goes for anything, but I'm gonna sit here for like 5 minutes. I'm gonna put a little timer on, and then I'll check my nails. I can already see that it's starting to melt off some of the acrylic. One thing I've also noticed, guys, is like with colored acrylic, it seems to remove easier. But also with that being said, like even when you're doing a full set with acrylic, like colored acrylic, you should lay down a thin layer of clear so it can hold better, because I've noticed more lifting problems with colored acrylic than using actual, like, you know, basic clear acrylic. So we're just gonna sit here. And it's already starting to take effect. I'm gonna try and share. It's so loud outside today. I'm literally off of a main busy street, so it's always super loud over here. I'm gonna go ahead and share. If you guys could like and share the live, I'd really appreciate it. I'm gonna share it right now so everybody can see. I'm gonna be doing a demo video later on today for you guys. I had a couple of requests for this nail design that has like cherries. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do this cherry design, and also this cherry design in gel polish, and I'm also gonna show you guys in my custom acrylic paint how to do the cherry design. which I'm super excited about. I really like that you guys interact with me on my social media because it helps me get more ideas as to like, okay, what do people want to learn when it comes to nail art. I love doing demo videos. I love showing other nail technicians like nail art and stuff. So if there's anything that you guys would ever want to learn or see, I'm definitely open to doing demo videos and stuff for you guys. I've been thinking about that for like the past 3 months. I have this Pinterest board. Oh my god, we'll talk about Pinterest, but I still have my Pinterest. Knock on wood. But I still have my Pinterest board. So one thing that I was thinking about doing for my Pinterest board was I was going to literally recreate everything that I wanted to do in my folder and just give you guys a demo video. I think that would be really freaking cool. And then two, also with that being said, I was just like, so many people wonder how to do certain designs, and like there's no videos like up as to like how to do stuff. Like people will just post the nail design. Sorry, I'm really picky with like cleanliness, but yeah, anyways, I was just like, I'm gonna probably do demo videos to show you guys how to do different designs that I've seen like on Instagram or Pinterest and recreate it for you guys, because I know, for example, like I will post some nail art designs and people will be like, oh my god, like how'd you do it? Did you record a video? And I'd be like, dang, no I didn't. So I'm gonna go and go through my entire Pinterest, and I'm going to literally recreate everything that I've seen in there and give you guys demo videos, because, you know, I just really like teaching and stuff. That's one of the reasons why I made my YouTube channel, was to show you guys nail art and also like to talk about working in the nail industry. I've learned so much in literally the past, oh my god, I make 6 years this year, guys. Like I've been a nail tech for almost 6 years. So anyways, I made this channel because I wanted to also like document my journey, but I also noticed that there wasn't many authentic nail technicians here on YouTube that actually talk about stuff that goes on in the nail industry, if that makes sense. So you guys know I have my commentary videos and things of that nature talking about a lot of the stuff that I deal with. Nail industry is very shady, very, like there's two sides to everything. So I just really like to talk about the positive stuff, and then also be very transparent and be like, hey, this is also what goes on when it comes to the nail industry. I'm not the type of person that will just show, you know, all the good stuff. Like I want people to be aware of like, you know, the certain things that do go on in a nail salon. So because I wasn't able to watch any YouTube videos or finding other nail techs that were like honest about working in nail salons, so I was like, you know what, I experienced it, I'm gonna talk about it here on my channel. There's been like pros and cons to it, of course, but I feel like it's necessary so that there can be a change, so people can be aware of certain things. But okay, so back to the soak off. This is what it is giving right now. This is what it's giving. So now I'm going to go ahead and scrape it off with my cuticle pusher. So I'm going to start from the cuticles down instead of up. And then I'm going to just place this acrylic on my mat. Sometimes I will go in with my drill bit and file down more, because that also will help with the removal process. But this is just how I personally like to do it. We're gonna do this one. And this is also how your acrylic should look like when you are doing a soak off. It should not be gummy at all. It should be flaky, like frosted. Like that's how you know if you are using the correct product, or if your nail technician is using the correct product.
So I drilled off pretty much all of it. One thing I've noticed about myself, whenever I'm doing my own soak off, my thumbs, I never drill off enough product off of my thumb. So we're gonna let it soak a little bit more, but it's pretty much off at this point. So we're gonna go in again. I'm gonna let it sit there. I'm gonna let it sit for another 3 minutes before I check it again. If I notice that my water is getting a little cold, well, my acetone is getting cold, I will go and warm up more water to help speed up the the acetone for my nails. Okay, slowly but surely, it is working. I'd rather do an acrylic removal than a drill removal, like, every time. I just recently cut my nails down when I was taking off my press-on nails. I literally, oh my gosh. That's one thing I will say when it comes to me personally putting on my press-on nails. I adhere them so freaking well. They'll last like an acrylic set. I mean, you kind of want them to last as long as an acrylic set, but I really need a manicure bad. My cuticles are looking horrendous. I haven't had a manicure on this hand in maybe about like a month or so. Okay, I'm going to, let me see. Okay, we have 3 more minutes while my hand is sitting here. I honestly feel like this is like the best way. Okay, every nail technician always feels like their way is the best way, but I've just noticed not drilling off the acrylic or whatever product you're using and just doing a soak off. I've noticed my nail health has been really, really good. I'm a very, very picky nail technician. I've only let me think, my nail teacher, my old mentor, my old assistant, my old coworker, oh, and my one friend from nail school. I've only let a total of 5 people, let me think. I've only let a total of 5 people ever do my nails, and each and every time I did not like it. Even when my teacher did it, like my teacher, she's older. She's been doing nails for like 30 plus years, so I'm not gonna give her credit. So I'm just like, hey, this woman has been doing nails, honey, like nails. My teacher was trained by Jane Arnold, like one of the co-founders of actual like C&D acrylic. So she has been doing nails for so long. I can kind of understand her like not wanting to focus so much on my nails, especially because I'm not paying. Oh my gosh, like I understand her not wanting to do my nails. But everybody else that has ever done my nails, the prepping, the removal, everything, I just never liked it. The only person that I've ever like really liked doing my nails and stuff was probably my assistant, but she specializes in gel X and Russian manicure, so I really liked how she did my nails, but pretty much everybody else, I don't know. I'm a picky nail tech when it comes to myself. Like, I do my own nails. I even do my own toenails. Okay, so it's been 3 minutes. So now I'm gonna scrape again. See how much I can get off this time. More is coming off. Cool, cool, cool. Like I said, my thumbs, I always leave more product on for some odd reason whenever I'm doing my removal. So my thumbs always take a little bit longer. These mats that I have, guys, these black mats that, well, this black mat that you see me using right now, I saw like I saw a nail technician using them, and I was like, these seem really good to like, I see a lot of nail technicians using them. I'm personally not a fan. Like, I really don't feel like they soak up, like I use them for monomer and everything, and I've noticed like my acrylic gets stuck in my brush more because the mat doesn't absorb product that well. This little black mat that I have right here, well, not mat, but this like napkin thingy, I will say that it has like a protective layer at the bottom of it, right, so that it won't mess up your desk or anything. I mean, I have glass on my desk, but it won't mess up your desk or whatever you're laying on, your towel, whatever. But absorption, no, I do not like these. So whenever I am doing like an acrylic full set, I will go in with like an actual paper towel. You guys will see like I use a lot of paper towels because it absorbs the monomer and it removes the acrylic, so my acrylic brush does stay clean longer. I can kind of feel my acetone getting a little cold. So I'm going to go and pour some more hot water into the base of my container, and then I'm going to go ahead and finished up my silk off. Okay, so I'm gonna scrape off my acrylic, and then I'm gonna go warm up some hot water one more time to just get the remaining off of my nail. Okay, pretty much. All right, so open my container, and this is where the hot water is. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour this down my sink. Need to charge my other phone. So while my hot water warms up, I'm going to go ahead and tweak some stuff over here so you guys can see more. It's kind of difficult for me to record. I have so much going on my nail desk. Okay, there we go. I think that's better now. So you guys can literally see like my entire desk. Perfect. Okay. Gonna remove this. I'm thinking about doing a manicure and showing you guys how to do a manicure as well. I do manicure so many different ways. It really just depends. Oop, hot water is done. Okay, I'm moving the camera like so much, guys. I'm so sorry. 2 seconds. Okay. Gonna go ahead and get the hot water. Okay, so I have more hot water now. Perfect. Okay. Okay, I can definitely feel the acetone getting a lot hotter. So once I'm done with this, then I'll go ahead and start prepping for my manicure and going over the steps for that. Okay. almost done. I can't wait to show you guys this design. Hold on, you know what? I'll show you guys right now the design that I'm going to be doing later on today. Let me see, where is it? Oh, here's TikTok. Okay, so I did this nail set on my client maybe like a couple of weeks ago, and I've been getting people asking me to do this nail set, well, not nail set, but to do this nail design. So I was like, I think I'm gonna do a little demo video for you guys and show you guys how to do this. It's very simple. I said that in the beginning of this live, but I want to show you guys what it actually like looks like. Hold on, I'm charging my phone right now. Hold on, let me take it off the charger. So this is okay. Okay, so where is it? Oh, here it is. This design, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? And that's what somebody on TikTok was like, hey, and I got some other comments on my other social media platforms, and like people were like, hey, can you do this tutorial? Which I think it's super simple and super cute. I've been seeing a lot of like the 3D, 2D nail art designs with like the cherries and the strawberries. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this cherry and the strawberry. I'm going to show you guys how to do that with gel polish like I did here. And then for my people that like to use acrylic paint like myself, or have bought any of my acrylic paints and like to use acrylic paints more, I'm going to show you guys how to do a more in-depth design. It's going to be the same design, but it's going to be more detailed. So it'll be the simple version, and then you'll have a more complex version of doing the cherry and the strawberry design. So this was used with gel, and then I'm going to also show you guys how to do the same design but using my custom acrylic paint mix to show you guys the contrast. But I'm gonna recreate this design. I'm going to probably do it on like a press-on nail set because I really like the shaping of this, and I really like this design, but personally for myself, like I wouldn't wear it, but that's because I wear a lot of crazy stuff, right? But I can't wait to show you guys how to do this design. This is so cute. I really like this. Really like it, and my client loved it too. So we're gonna be doing that later on today after I do my manicure, because my nails are looking atrocious. Like it's time. So take these off, do another set, and then I will be doing the demo video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go live for that, guys, or if I'm going to do a pre-recorded video. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. This one, the acetone is starting to evaporate. And I kind of feel like my colored acrylic stained my nails. I'm gonna tilt that a little bit. Acetone is starting to evaporate, so I need to add some more, but we're almost done, guys. So there's still acrylic on there, but it literally looks like it stained my nails, but it's taking the base like a long time. This is one of the reasons why I personally like to use a clear acrylic first, because not only does it help the colored acrylic adhere to your nails and prevent lifting, because for some reason colored acrylic seems to like lift faster than clear acrylic. At least in my own personal opinion. Everybody's different, you know, but within my own walk of life, for some reason colored acrylic always seems to lift faster than regular acrylic. So putting a thin coat of clear color and then clear again is the way to do it, and then to prevent from like staining. So I'm gonna go in with a very fine diamond tip. I normally don't do this, but I'm just curious if my nails are like stained or if this is like acrylic. I normally wouldn't even use this drill bit for this. No, this is still acrylic on my finger, but is it? Yeah, this is still acrylic on my fingers, which I don't know why. Like I said, it's taking forever for it to come off. Like so freaking long. But that's pretty much the base of doing an acrylic removal. I'm going to sit for just a little bit longer just to get the base of it off of my nails, but that's pretty much it, guys. Like, drill it off, take it off. If I was doing another acrylic set, I honestly would leave this on my fingernails because it personally doesn't bother me. But I'm gonna sit for a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna give myself a manicure, and then I'm going to do the demo video of the nail art that I just showed you guys off of my TikTok, showing you guys how to paint a cherry design and also how to do a 2D, 3D strawberry with gel polish and also with acrylic paint. So definitely look out for a notification here on YouTube. And I'll see you guys in a later video today. Thanks for watching.